Rick, I'll let you.
No.
Thank you.
All right, hey everyone, thanks for having me again. So I'm Rick Bruining with Bell Construction. I wanted to start out just a little bit talking about the three scenarios just to get them fresh in our minds. So all three scenarios have the same amount of square footage in the building and the court. So we're all looking at 102,000 square feet. So one's not bigger than the other, they're all relatively the same. When we get more into the details, John can explain them better than me. So scenario one, even though it says two right here, this is scenario one. So this would be built on a new site, and it's more of a spread out design. Housing on scenario one and scenario two is the same. So it's the same. The only difference is here we're taking the jail, the sheriff's admin, and the courts, and it's kind of a single story spread out. On scenario two, same square footage, housing's the same. We're gonna take all of this right here, and we're just gonna stack it on top, and this is gonna be a two-story building. So same square footage, and we'll find out a little bit on the numbers. This is a little bit more cost effective than that. Same square footage, but over here you have more roof, you have more footings, and that kind of stuff, but you have the same basically amount of windows and walls and all that kind of good stuff. So that's scenario one. New site, spread out. Scenario two, this is on a new site, and it's more, we call it the stack. And then scenario three is completely different. Scenario three, we're gonna build it on the existing site. It's a phased approach. So meaning that we're gonna go in there, get everything ready, bring the property kind of more level. You know, I think this one has a walkout basement, John.
Correct.
Yep. And then we're gonna build this new jail portion of it first. And then once this is done, we're gonna get it all finished, get it all occupiable. We're going to allow some time to move the inmates and staff and everybody into the new facility right here. And then when that's done, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna section that off, and then this will become our construction site. Then we're gonna demo that building, and then we're gonna build a new courthouse here. So scenario one, spread out. Scenario two, stacked, both on new sites. Scenario three, built on the existing. Talking a little bit about numbers. The most inexpensive approach is this right here. So, and I know, and you guys will probably talk about property if there's a cost of property, but scenario one is the most, and this is for a 190 bed facility. So earlier we did some math for 150 bed. We did it for 190, and we did it for 225. So for all intents and purposes tonight, I'm just talking about a 190 bed approach. So that seemed to be really the least amount feasible that you guys could build, and I'm gonna say get away with it. You know, not having to rebuild right away. So most inexpensive is scenario two. And I mean, our construction and all-in cost for us would be $57.4 million. There is some soft costs that the county would have to do. You know, and we had just estimated this for the county's behalf, whether it's the right or the wrong number, but I just added 6.392 for soft costs. What that would be is for FF&E furniture, it would be for architectural services, it would be for surveying, it would be for non-destructive testing. There's a bunch of things. It would be for phone and IT systems. I don't know what you guys do for video visitation. Most counties, that's not a cost. The companies will come in and do that for free, but there's a lot of little soft costs that you guys would have. Mattresses for your bunks would be a soft cost. So what I try to do is just be genuine about it. I know what my construction cost is, but the county will have some soft cost as well. So I'm just kind of throwing that in there. This is 63, and I'm just rounding numbers, 63.8 million, which includes this basically 6.4 million in soft cost. Scenario two, it's a little bit pricier. Reason being is it's the same amount of square footage, but more footings, more roof. You know, that one I had 65, basically 0.1 million, and that's with the soft cost. And so you're gonna find out this one's a couple percent cheaper than that one. And then when it comes to the existing, now this is the most expensive approach by far. So we're very similar to this cost for a lot of it, but on this other approach, one thing that from a construction standpoint on it, different from maybe an architectural standpoint, you know, basically two separate projects. We're gonna fence off the old jail, and this is gonna be a construction site, and we're gonna build this new one. When it's done, we're gonna take down our fencing, and then we're gonna have to move the fencing all the way to over here. So once this one's done and it's occupied, we're gonna start construction on this one. So let's just say, for all intents and purposes, this is a 30-month construction schedule. You know, if I'm just using 30 months as an example, I can build all of that in 30 months. I'll be able to build this in 30 months. When this is done, I have to wait a month to get everybody moved in, then start this project. That's probably an 18-month construction schedule. So it's really two separate projects separated by about a month. So there's a lot of extra GCs and GRs for the subs. So this one is about $5.5 million more expensive than this one right here on the existing site.
I don't mean anything. That's not